He's got nowhere to go. Oh, man. And cross traffic right there. That car, wow, barely stopping in time.
Welcome to Viral Twist. Today, we're watching a suspect who thought he could outsmart the LAPD, but his wild escape ends with a shocking twist.
Well, Lou, you're looking at this pursuit here, eastbound 10 freeway, just past Arlington, this Jeep. It's a stolen vehicle. Looks like it might be getting off the freeway here, and then we'll see what happens. LAPD Southwest Division officers were in pursuit of this vehicle. It started with the person's vehicle. The person was actually following this vehicle and reported it stolen to the police. They continued following it, and the LAPD was able to get eyes on it from the airship overhead. They got units behind it, and now it's a pursuit here. It was on Western southbound at about Jefferson when the LAPD acquired the car, and now it's high speed using the shoulder on the 10 freeway heading towards the 110 freeway. And this driver desperate to get away. We've seen the driver driving very erratic through intersections, coming close to hitting other cars. And here he is stuck in traffic now. Let's see what the driver decides to do here. But we'll see if also the CHP decides to get in the mix and take this over since it's on the freeway.
Gil, this is a large vehicle and dangerous at such high rates of speed. Are you assuming, or are we assuming that there's only one person in this vehicle, or do we know?
You know, the LAPD has not said if there's any other passengers, although they are saying that this person might be armed and possibly a gang member. So the driver, the suspect here, is known to the LAPD. So we'll see what happens if this vehicle decides to stop at some point and bail out if we see anybody else in the vehicle. But so far, hard to tell because of the heavy tint on the vehicle, if there's anybody else in there.
You said it was LAPD Southwest Division, so where did this exactly start, or at least in the vicinity?
Yeah, my pilot, Mike Case, heard the LAPD airship talking about the following of the vehicle by the person that owns the vehicle. We heard it on Western Avenue at about the 10 freeway. It was going southbound, and that's when the LAPD picked it up at about Jefferson when it got to a stoplight or red light. It ended up turning on a surface street. It looked like it was going to stop, and that's when the LAPD got behind it, tried to pull it over, and the vehicle fled, or the driver fled.
All right, as I always say, it seems like every pursuit we follow, the vehicles always have tinted windows, so we can't really see a lot inside, and obviously officers can't either, and probably not a great time right now. He's going to get stuck in traffic for sure, especially on the 10 East here.
Yeah, he's approaching the 110 freeway, and I believe he's on a transition here. We'll see if it goes south on the 110 or north, but at this point, the driver's kind of stuck in there. We watched this driver driving very erratic, trying any way to get around it. And look at this. He might try to go down the side of the... Yeah. Well, look at that. He's going to use the shoulder, and he's going to go right down the shoulder. So we've been watching him drive like this for a little bit since it started, and we'll see what the driver decides to do here as he approaches the 110 freeway.
Well, he's in the correct type of vehicle to be able to be doing this, but just extremely dangerous, and it's actually kind of hard probably for LAPD to follow him at this point.
Yes, because of the traffic, Lou, there's just very difficult for the ground units to get behind it. The airship right now is tracking it overhead, and he's looking like he's going to be exiting here at a high rate of speed. This is not good because he's got traffic. He's got nowhere to go. Oh, man. And cross traffic right there. That car, wow, barely stopping in time. He's going to come out southbound, and he's going to turn quickly eastbound. This is, I believe, 22nd Street. And at a high rate of speed, this is what we watched him do when the pursuit started. Just going super fast in residential areas like this, blowing through stop signs and coming close to hitting cross traffic. Here he comes into a T intersection, and he's going to make that northbound turn, coming up to 21st, I believe it is, and he's going to go eastbound now. So we'll see if LAPD is able to get units in this area to engage, but the airship overhead keeping track of it.
Well, what's super annoying about this is these drivers. Oh, now it looks like he's turning down or into that apartment complex.
He turned into that apartment complex.
Yeah, he took a left right in.
He just turned into a driveway. And we hear the drivers out of the vehicle, so we're going to try to get around to see this. It's about 12 to 1 o'clock, Mike. Blue pants, black hat. He's running eastbound. He's so we'll see if he comes out over here under these trees.
Yeah, he pulled into the apartment building on the far
12
right
o'clock.
corner of your screen there, but at the top. He pulled in there and disappeared. Kind of where that white truck
He
is.
did. He pulled into.
Yeah,
Yeah, right
in
into
there.
that driveway.
Yeah, there's a black and white unit there where those trees are, so they're close now. Did he actually hit any of those vehicles? Because that was a close call several times.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, Glenn, it didn't. I don't think he did either. I think he just missed those vehicles getting off the freeway. But he's had a couple of close calls in this pursuit. Now the airship has eyes on him. We're going to try to get around to see where that. Oh, okay. We're hearing that he dropped a gun.
Oh, okay. Well, the good news is he's out of that
Running into the
vehicle.
warehouse.
Because the vehicle was
Yes.
going so fast in these neighborhoods, and it's about the time when schools are let out, so at least he's not driving erratically anymore. But you were right; they thought maybe he was armed. It sounds like he dropped it. There's a slight chance we have lost audio with Gil in the helicopter for now. They're trying to swing back around and obviously.
Yeah, I'm back with you.
Okay.
He's there.
Listening to other radio chatter too. So he's still on the run.
Yeah, Lou and Glenn, we're hearing that he ran into this commercial property here, this large warehouse. He dropped the gun before he went in there, and we're trying to move around to the south side to see if you see him pop out. But it is a large commercial property there, and we'll see if he pops back out. But LAPD units, LA airship overhead, and the PD units in the area. Here comes a couple more here.
Passing cars were on the shoulder at one point where, another foot over, he would have gone down a little bit of an embankment. That didn't happen, but he ended up ditching the stolen Jeep and ran into that warehouse, and now here he is trying to hide behind this semi-truck that is parked up against the fence. Gil said he tried to jump over the fence, but I guess it was too high, and now he's as you can see, he's cornered by law enforcement, and at this point really has no place to go. So.
And just glad he's out of that vehicle, because you can see there on the right-hand side of your screen how erratically he was driving, and it's just not fair to innocent bystanders, pedestrians, people driving along. He ran through four-way stops, drove on the shoulder at high rates of speeds. But interesting, because he has to be able to hear the cops at this point. They're very close to him.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they're maybe 20 yards. Okay, he's putting up his hands. Maybe he's done vaping there. He's going to come out with his hands up. That's a good sign. And we'll come out wide to show you the officers how close they are. So they definitely can hear the officers now, and looks like he's going to follow their commands. They're going to back him up maybe, or lay him down, have him lay down on the ground there, and then make their approach. So it sounds like it was just the driver. There's just this suspect that was in that stolen Jeep. No one else outstanding at this point, according to the LAPD.
Gil, this is a crazy thought, but it makes me nervous with the backpack, right? It seems like they would make him take that off and throw it to the side. Like it could have something in it, right? An explosive, or I guess they have to think about
you never
things
know.
like that.
Look at that. He's doing exactly what you just said.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there it goes. Good observation. And